And we are live, man. Back at it with another fucking podcast, man. It's the GB podcast, a get better experience and a mentally stimulating podcast. It's your main man, JaelandGB, and I also got another main man with me by the name of In.konfuzion.
Daniel.
Camera get a shot right there. We got a big special guest, man. Coming out of, we gonna get into that because I honestly don't know exactly where, so I don't want to say it to, you know what I'm saying, get on the bat, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, we got big guy here, big rapper. A lot of shit to talk about, man. We got EZFlockin on the fucking podcast.
What's the deal,
go,
bro? What's the deal?
Let's go, man.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Man, chilling, you know.
Chilling.
Get into the bread, up in the score as usual.
Up in the score like usual.
As I
Fuck
should.
with it, as you should.
You know.
Okay. Let me ask you this, man, because I always wanted to do music. When did you start, like, rapping?
So, I'm not gonna hold you. Not a lot of people know that, like, rap stands for rhythm and poetry. So, I started, like, writing poetry when I was, like, young, bro. I was, like, in 7th grade. Like, real young. And then it wasn't until, like, because I had a couple homies growing up, and they'd be freestyling. I'm like, oh, let me get in the freestyle. And all of a sudden, I hop in there, and I'm saying stuff. They're like, ooh. And I'm like, okay, like, it's low-key the poetry, because there wouldn't be no beat. Like, sometimes they have a cipher, and it's like a basic beat. And it's kind of like spoken word, low-key. Like, you just, like, boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some basic. Yeah. And then, all of a sudden, like, one day when I hopped in the stew, and then I made my first song, and then, like, shit kind of popped off. You know what I mean? So, I was, like, in 2018.
Were you ever timid going in them freestyles? Because it's something I love to do, but by myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to have all the words and, you know, fumble and all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
You felt timid at first, or it's just kind of natural for you?
Low-key, I kind of did because, mind you, like, I'm Hispanic, and I grew up around, like, a lot of African-Americans. So, like, imagine me being the only Hispanic, like, in a freestyle every cipher. So I always feel like I got to prove myself. Like, I'll say something hard, and then they'll be like, they'll kind of look at me like, oh, like, you know, he just da-da-da. Yeah. And then, like, I got to really, like, earn my stripes in, like, the cipher, you know what I mean? So I got to really say some shit, then they're like, oh, damn, like, they put respect on my name. Like, at the end, and they're like, okay, bet. And then from there on, they give me my respect and the credit because, like, I really earned it type shit. So I've always had to earn it. Like, it was never, like, given like that.
Got you. And then that game, your comfortability got better over time and everything. Now you're not afraid to, not that you were probably afraid at first, but
I was nervous, but, you know, I feel like once you feel it, you just feel it.
Getting that big.
Yeah.
For sure. First time in the studio. What age were you? You recall it?
Yeah, I was in college.
Okay.
I was with, you know, the homie James. Shout out 101.
101.
Yeah. Me and the homie were in.
Top 10 if y'all ain't see it yet.
So one of the homies, like, he hit me up, and then he was like, hey, we're finna make this song, come to the studio, because, like, me and the homies was popping on Twitter. They had, like, IE Twitter, like, all the Twitter honeys, and, like, the Fiend Team homies, like, we was going crazy or whatever. And they were like, oh, we need you to get in the stew. And I was like, all right, bet. So we show up, they're doing their thing. And I never been in the studio my whole life.
Yeah,
so then,
the first part, damn.
So then I got in there, and then the beat was going or whatever, and then I felt it, and then I just knocked out my verse in, like, one take, which is, like, low-key kind of hard to do. Like, not a lot of people say that.
One take.
But it's hard to take it in one take because you can mess up like that. One word, one stutter, one, like, one missing, like, the beat of the drop, the flow, the cadence, all that. You got to restart the whole thing. So I killed the whole thing in one take, and it was called Link at the Law. And so that was, like, my first song ever. And then once I made that, I walked up the studio, the homies were dabbing me up, and I'm like, was it really that good? Because I just kind of, like, whatever.
One take.
Yeah. And then they played that shit, and they were like, yo, like, this is going to go crazy. And then we dropped that, and then ended up going crazy.
What's the name of it, your first song?
Link at the Loft.
Link at the Loft.
Yeah.
Okay. I fuck with that.
That shit went crazy.
Do you think, just a general question, you think, well, obviously, bro, but you think you gotten better since your first time in the studio?
So I have. The thing I used to not like is my voice.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like an engineer's fault back then because I didn't know, like, you could really dub and layer your voice like that. Because sometimes people that have, like, a slightly raspier voice like me, like, you can really, like, add layers to it, then it sounds kind of, like, more normal.
Like,
Instead of, like, kind of raspy, you know what I mean? And also, like, the flow's gotten better, like, my collabs have gotten better, like, everything.
Bars, too, probably, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah,
you got more life experiences, right? So it's like you can say more shit.
Yeah.
All right, so as a rapper, man, I know even as content creators, honestly, just any field you do, you're going to have, you know what I'm saying, favorites, inspirations, bro. So what's your inspiration as far as, like, who inspired you to do music, and also who's your favorite rapper, if it's not the same person?
So, I mean, rappers, I like Draco the Ruler. I feel like
Drake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Rest in peace to Ruler.
The Ruler.
One of my big inspirations was Kendrick Lamar because like Kendrick Lamar growing up, like obviously from Compton, but he never really like in his music he not really claiming no like set. He not sneak dissing. He not starting no beef. And I'm like damn, like because mind you, like growing up I was around like a lot of that stuff.
Right.
Obviously we from SoCal, so like it's everywhere, California in general.
Yeah,
but
facts.
when you around like members like that, and it's like, damn, like he's not letting the outside influence him like completely to sneak this and like claim this. He didn't need like really like the hood to back him up like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was always in J-Rock's shadow. But then I'm like, dang, like I can kind of do what he did, but not be like hella banged out. And so that kind of inspired me, like just stay true to myself. I don't have to like get with no hood, no none of this. I just like
you ain't gotta get your hand dirty just to get to your work.
You don't, yeah. And that was really big to me. Like
that's for real.
You know what I mean?
Would you say Kendrick would be your favorite rapper too, or?
He is like.
Okay.
He is. Yeah, he's one of them. Definitely Kendrick.
Top 3.
Yeah, I like Draco.
You like Draco and Kendrick. That's like two different people.
It is.
I like that though.
But I like the the type of like, I guess
you see yourself doing both types of styles. Because what do you see your music? What category do you see yours in? Because Kendrick is different.
He's a whole different like.
You got like real lyricists and bars type deal.
Different categories.
To be honest, I want to be diverse in both. I don't really want to like,
Right.
I haven't even really like dipped into G-Funk like that even, and that's so I still got like a lot. I'm gonna make a whole palette coming up.
Okay. First performance. Have you performed already?
I have.
Yeah. What was your first one?
So my first performance, I was in college at the time, and then one of the homies hit me up. He's like, "Hey, yo, like that song, Look at the Lofts going crazy," and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What you mean it's going crazy?" So then it had like, 50K plays, 100K on like Twitter, and like shit was going up, and I didn't, you don't really think something's going up because like the whole internet thing, like when something goes viral, you don't see it really, like it'd be happening in the background, but people are seeing it, and so I literally took a bus. And then I took like 6 hours to go back home, and then we opened up for it was on Almighty Suspects tour with One Take Jay, and and I think Frosty was there.
Frosty, okay.
Yeah. So we opened up for him. It was like at a hookah lounge or like a lounge in downtown LA, and then first time I grabbed the mic, and then like,
that's cool.
It feels like the whole room stopped.
Yeah.
Like when I said my shit, it was like a little bit quiet first, and they started feeling it, and all of a sudden it was going crazy. I'm like, damn, like okay, I did that. I did that.
Nervous at first?
Huh?
Nervous?
I was. My whole body went numb.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird because, like, it puts your body in, like, fight or flight mode. It's weird because, like, not stage fright.
It's just, that was your first time, so you never experienced, like, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
crowd.
It caught me off guard because think about it. Everyone, like, you have all these eyes on you. You have, like, 50, 100 eyes, 200 eyes on you. One wrong movement, one slip. If you drop an earring, if your shoe come off or you slip or something, like, it's like you feel like there's a lot.
Yeah, looked at. Yeah. Like, why are you up here? Like,
I was dummy nervous.
Just like Mr. 101 said last time, though, it's like as soon as you put yourself out there, it's like that's the best time to grow. Like when you're most scared and nervous, and then you actually do it, then it's like, okay, that's a barrier that I already broke now. Next time is gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
Salute to you on that, man.
Appreciate you, family.
So sometimes you just gotta jump in it, bro. I know sometimes the water may seem too deep. That's why you gotta put your. Honestly, I wouldn't even say if the water is too deep, put your toe in it to get a feel. You just gotta jump right in that motherfucker and just learn how to swim, man. That's how I learned how to swim. I was playing Marco Polo, and I was like saying Marco Polo, and I was like, I was the one yelling out Marco Polo, right? So then the person kept saying Marco. I'm like, where the fuck is this thing at? I was like 7 feet in. I'm like 5'11" at this time, right? So I went to the 7 foot walk, dropped. I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
I was like, Marco, then bloop. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey, that drop is deep too.
Deep as hell.
No warning.
I was sitting there like, damn, sometimes you gotta go in that motherfucker and learn, bro, because you're not gonna know anything better just to, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta do it sometimes. But you said you had 2 artists. So I heard Draco, I heard Kendrick. So who's your top 3 artists right now? Currently, 2023, December. What date is it?
You described top 3 though, as in like
top 3 as his favorite 3. I ain't gonna say top 3. Like,
and is it like all time, or is it like in the recent 5 years where he's changed?
Oh, that's tough.
He could have all time from childhood. He's been through that actually helped.
I used to like Eminem, like the lyricism.
Yeah, Eminem was hard.
Right,
he still is.
But then
hard.
you can have like the last 5 years type shit. Like,
our favorite top 3 rappers right now. Your favorite? This year, 2023, I still making music.
That's still making music?
2023.
Ooh.
It could be someone back then, but it could be someone this year too.
I mean, I like Kendrick.
Kendrick, that's one.
I actually really dig Nef the Pharaoh stuff.
No, big Tyman.
I dig Nef the Pharaoh.
I heard of him.
Nef the Pharaoh.
You know, you have
I'm not
songs?
too up on.
You know, like the
Yeah, they're big Tyman was on 2K.
Look at my neck, bling blow.
Look at my neck.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I heard the name.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, he been viral. Yeah.
His
Oh, DB bought a bag.
DB bought a bag.
I know y'all know.
Shout out DB, man. Shout out DB.
What?
Low-key,
oh man.
He not into NorCal music for real, bro.
No,
and that type
I only
of
know about
NorCal
music from him.
Really?
Yeah.
You know DB then, huh?
I know DB for sure. Shout out DB by the bag.
That's why I appreciate it now, because I'm like, there is niggas up there doing that shit. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
for sure.
now I'm starting to learn how that go, you know, how the sound go and everything. I appreciate it.
Yeah, their sound is different, but dude, I dig the Sacramento beats though. Like DB by the Bag's beats go crazy. I looked in
Sacramento, man.
I looked in his beats like from his producer or whatever, and I'm like, man, like these are hard. I was gonna cop a couple, like. Yeah.
Who would you
Something to learn.
Who would you want to feature with or like collab with?
Like coming up?
Yeah. Not even coming up, just like who would be an ideal collaboration, like an album wise or even just like a single song?
I got a couple, so I got this song coming out with y'all know EZFlockin.
EZFlockin,
yeah. So I got a song called House Flock coming out in January with EZFlockin.
Okay.
Shoreline Mafia homie, and I reached out to Nef the Pharaoh. He said he's down to run something up. So I've been looking for like Mac Dre type beats.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I reached out to Wante J. He said he's with it. So those are probably like 3 people I'm looking forward to. But also one of my homies, Allergic, and shout out to homie Allergic and the homie Fig. Like those are like my OG like homies that I've started making music with.
Okay.
So as I'm coming up, I gotta like touch base with the homies and keep making music.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm never the type to like all of a sudden I'm not finna be no like A-list gone Hollywood.
Yeah, like you
only
want this, you only want these people at this tier. It's like all right.
Yeah, it's the homies always in fame for
always potential to bring them on type shit. Yeah.
Always.
Thanks. Okay, I'll fuck with that little 3. Okay. Looking forward to it. Honestly, that sounds like a couple bangers are on the way, man.
Yeah.
Couple of bangers, man. Okay. Walk us through. Could you like tell us the backstory or like a message behind a song like this? Did you make a song ever that had like extreme, sentimental value or something? Like it was really important for you to make that song.
So to be honest, I have a song called Never Lose.
Never Lose. Okay.
That was probably like one of the biggest songs because like it was sentimental to me because I used to be like hella popping in 2018, 2019, and then something happened and I stopped making music for like 3 years.
Damn.
3 years, yeah. And then I one day I was, freestyling with the homie Logan, homie Carr. He put on like this beat or whatever, and then I tried to freestyle. I couldn't do it. I'm like, put on a West Coast beat. He put on a West Coast beat, and I started like flowing to it. And then he was like, dude, his jaw like dropped. He's like, yo, he's like, you need to. He's like, write down those lyrics right now. So as I'm freestyling, I'm writing down the lyrics as I go. Yeah. He's like, go home and record that. I'm like, all right, bet. So I recorded the song, Never Lose, and then I dropped it. And then it got 100K on Instagram on the reel. I put it on Spotify, I put on all the shit, and then it went up.
Went up from there.
And then it kind of made me think, like, damn, like, you only really lose when you give up.
Facts.
And so you got to keep staying in the game, staying in the fight. Like, we all go through adversity and all that. So song Never Lose.
When you was freestyling with that and he told you were just off dome type
off
shit.
The dome.
And then he told you to write it down and you still were able to
remember it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, like I was freestyling and then he was like, yo, because like my opening bar, like it was like a West Coast type beat, and I was like Muhammad, I'm all about the prophet, and he was like, oh, hold on. Ooh. And I just kept like, flowing, right. And then he was just like, yeah, bro, like he's like, you need to write that down. I wrote it down, went home, I wrote it, and I literally thanked him. I was like, hey, bro, like after I dropped the song, I was like, hey, look, I really appreciate you telling me. Like, honestly, it really took the backbone of one homie to be like, yo, like.
If he never told you, you might not have dropped it.
No, that's real stuff.
Yeah.
That's real business right there.
Damn, that's tough, man. Okay. Let me ask you this, boss. Are there any producers or beat makers that you feel entwined with, like feel locked in with?
To be honest, one of the OG producers, it was one of my homies. Like growing up, we were like 15, 16. we're going to function all the time. His name Yike Mike.
Yike Mike, I know Yike Mike. That's a Blueface old producer, right?
Yeah.
Or he's produced hella Blueface shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all put me on game, man. I ain't heard none of these people, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Hey man, you gotta tap in with the homie.
I will.
Yike Mike, okay.
The homie Yike Mike, like he's honestly like he's pretty inspiring to me. Like that's the homie because I see him doing it, and I'm like, man, like if I keep staying locked in, like I'm gonna do it. And the homie, he produced like some of my songs. I sent him a message to my, hey bro, does this sound cool? Do I need to master it? Like he takes his time and he touches bass. Like we stay in contact, and we've been in contact like for almost damn near 10 years.
Jeez.
Almost, yeah. Since we was like teenagers.
Shout out Yike Mike.
I always supported the homie.
I be seeing he be doing hella parties and shit, like hella promotions and shit. I'm like, okay.
And I'll tell you what, he's a good DJ.
Good DJ.
DJ producer. Those hit the hardest.
Okay, nah, for
DJ
sure.
producer,
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share a defining moment in your career that shaped your path in the industry?
Honestly, it was probably like my 4th or 5th performance. I don't know if y'all heard of the venue, the Observatory in Santa Ana.
No, I think I still there.
Yeah. So I got asked to perform at the Observatory with one of the homies, and so like I remember me and my homies were pre-gaming. We were like 20 deep, all the Fiend team homies, and then I go onto the Observatory. I'm in the back. I'm like, okay, like I'm ready for this, and all of a sudden when I go on stage and I see like hundreds of people, and they there for me and our music, and I was like, no way. Like it was kind of like shocking to me because I'm like, you don't really think like
you might be getting streams and stuff, but you don't be thinking that these people are actually gonna come out and be like first ones there, even if somebody's after you type shit. Yeah, still supporting.
Yeah. So like after I performed and then after I like hopped off stage, I was like, man, like even when I'm walking out, I'm like, dang, all these people are here to see me, like in the homies, the homie Allergic, the homie Fed, the homie Karan, and all that. Like it's crazy.
Right.
And then you don't really think that like there's someone really behind those streams sometimes because when the numbers get ran up, you're like, oh, is it real?
Authentic? It's like who the fuck is running it up like this? So you're curious as well. No,
even when I see the analytics, I'm like, okay, New Zealand, Europe, all that. But then when I got people messaging me from India, from Australia, from like Washington State, they're like, hey bro, I dig your music. I'm thinking like, man, these is really real people.
That's
like
cool. That's
it's
cool.
Dope. It feels
get
really
that
like
international love. It's like, dang, you might not need the love here.
That's another thing. Yeah, your love might be abroad, but the numbers is numbers.
Numbers is numbers, man. Numbers lie. Nah, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't lie, man.
There are people that is really listening to your shit. Like I listen to other artists and y'all don't even know who they are, but I still know their words bar for bar. Like if I like the song, then I'll still see that shit. And there's people like probably listening to you, probably know your words and you don't even know.
See, that's what's crazy because I'll hear people like they'll make a video and then I'll hear them saying, I'm like, what the heck? It's crazy.
That's real cool to see.
It's crazy.
Real cool.
Have you ever regretted like a verse or a lyric in a song that you put out? You was like fuck, why did I put this shit out? Or just wish you could take it back or something?
So it's crazy. I feel like sometimes I may have felt like that, but then I feel like that kind of gets filtered out because I have my producer right now, the homie Sky Hendricks, the homie Mayhem. He'll send me like the song and I'll sit on it. I'll listen to it in earphones. I'll listen to it in the car. I'll listen to how it sounds like on a speaker. And then I'll critique every single word. I'll critique everything. Then I'm like, okay, how does the whole thing sound? And I'm like, nah, like, sounds good. For me, I really sit on my songs for a minute. Like, I'll sit on them for like 1 to 3 months. I'll sit on it and I'll listen to it. I'll make the whole thing. I'll go to the studio. I'll hear it again. Like I get really like, because once it's out, you never want to pull it back. You never want to pull it back because all those streams that I have under it, you pull it. So, I don't want to pull the numbers, but I haven't regretted anything yet.
Okay, that's real shit.
That does happen. You do pull all those back with you too.
Yeah, once you lose it, same with YouTube, bro. You take the video down, it's over.
That's that. Yep.
Delete.
Nope.
Got it.
Let me see, bro. Lee, you got any questions just up top of your head that you want to ask, brother? You know what I'm saying? Just throw them out there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got any? Not on top of your head?
Not on top of the head, but
I got you.
I kind of got them as they come. Because I'm in the music field as well.
That's what I'm saying. Music.
Like,
I know. We got to chop it up on some music stuff.
Do you see yourself doing... Because this is what you do love. So you see this, you doing this 20 years from now? Because, like, people still doing it at 50.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Like, that question is interesting because
not testing how much you love it, because I know you do, but is it something you do see like, oh, I do want to be somebody that is rapping about that shit later on?
I could say I could see maybe like the genre changing, or maybe the type of style or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like I can't see myself stop making music. Like, cause I've already been doing poetry since I was like 12 years old, and it's already been more than 10 years at this point, right?
Right.
True.
So like, rap is rhythm and poetry. So I mean, I've already technically been doing it, and I was doing spoken word. All I gotta do is add a beat. So this is just basically like more digitalized, like on the platforms. Yeah. But other than that, like for me,
do you have any like hobbies that you do to, not if you work on, I don't know how you are, like if you work on it too much, like I don't know if you get stressed or like you need a break from it, need to step away. Do you have any hobbies that you take to distract yourself from that, or do you do any hobbies to help you with your craft?
Oh, with my craft?
Yeah. Like you gotta it's either or. Like, do you have a couple of them?
I mean, I have a couple hobbies that I step to. Like, I teach finance and I do a whole bunch of stuff like on outside. But then when it comes to like, rap stuff, probably I go on like a run or like a drive, and then I'll like listen to like an instrumental, and I'll just freestyle. Even driving like here for an hour straight, I'll like, I kid you not, I'll literally even all the homies know I'll be freestyling for like hours straight. And sometimes it might be like, it could even be like 20 minutes trash, but all it takes is like that one good bar to that one good like type of flow. Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, bet. Now let me find a song that has that, and then I just start inputting the bars like this, and then from there I rearrange them, and then from there I make the whole thing, and then from there it's done.
So you saying in that hour, like, let's say hour car ride, you're freestyling, you think you'll remember some of that stuff and be able to write it down?
I remember some of the hardest stuff. Like, probably, so out of that hour or 2 hours freestyling, I'll probably remember only like 1 to 5 minutes of like hard bars. And then from there, I put them in my notes immediately. Because I'll forget them. I've already tried. I'll forget them if I forget it. But I would have to hear that instrumental again, then it'll trigger it in my head. Oh, okay. It's super weird. I'm like triggered like by music.
That's cool.
Yeah, like I'll forget
it's like a picture, but like a hearing memory kind of.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like I'll play like a certain beat, and I'll remember a song I wrote to it, because I have so many songs written to so many different beats on the internet, and if I were to hear that beat, I would like literally just remember the song that I wrote to it. Yeah. But I don't remember it right now.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's crazy. It's just different.
Let me ask you this.
That's tough.
How do you decide who to have as a feature on your projects and songs and your albums in general? How do you choose, and what are you looking for as a feature, as a collaboration, or how y'all say it in the music industry? It's a feature, right?
Yeah, feature, collab, all that. Yeah.
What are you looking for, boss? Talk to them.
So to be honest, like, I like people, like, it's kind of weird because a certain beat, I'll only have a certain type of artist on that. If it's like a NorCal beat, why would I have like a SoCal rapper on it? Because the flow is different, like the whole, I feel like Stockton is more like sliding music. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I put like this artist from, San Diego on it?
Stockton type shit.
So what I look for is probably just, I have to find a beat, and then once it's hard, then I start looking for the artist. That's the way I am. Well, I have a couple artists in mind, like I told you, like One Tay J, Neff the Pharaoh, but other than that, like, I gotta hear a beat, then I'm like, if it's a local person, I'd have to probably purge and listen to every single song they've ever put out, and I'll find their best song, and I'll be like, okay, he's good on drill type, or he's good on like, sliding music, or he's good on like, G-funk, and then from there, I'll like find a beat for like their best type of work.
Right.
Try to get the best out of them. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you see yourself testing them though?
What do you mean?
Like, switching up the beat and like to your liking, and you like hop on my song type shit. You think, or would you ever tell them like, oh, be open to rapping like this?
Yeah. So for me, it's kind of crazy because when I've collabed with some people, I send them the beat and I usually have them record first. That way I adapt to their lyrics and their style.
Got it.
Because I feel like my style and all this, I feel like I'm the type to like not like what a lot of people put on my stuff, because I feel like they won't get my picture, but I'm cool with adapting to their picture. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But
It's understandable though.
Yeah.
Like you rather just have them started off, and then you can.
That way, that's their
yeah.
best, and then for me, I'm gonna do my best because I'm like a really versatile, adaptive person.
Right.
So I'm gonna do my best on whatever they put out. You know what I mean? So.
Got it.
You feel like, is there a song that you made and put out where you feel like you just push your lyrical boundaries? Like you just like fucking like this is just bars, just straight bars. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the song Never Lose, the one I was talking about.
Never Lose, okay.
Because that one was longer than like 16 bars. It was probably like 20, 22, 24 bars. And then from there was different changes in the beat. And I even like went through the hook a little bit. So they had to like move the stems over. And so it's kind of like weird because I had to like adapt like my flow to almost like a hook type. Yeah. And then they had to like push the stems to the right. It's kind of hard to explain like music wise, but like, you know, I just had to like basically adapt flows. I had to add like different changes in tempo. I had to like cut my sentences short, but then like, you know, add like a little, you know, thing. But that was definitely like a challenging like song that I made. It was the most challenging song I made.
Never Lose. What if for people watching, where can you go listen to Never Lose at?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, Deezer,
all major platforms. It sounds like all major
every
platforms.
Platform.
Okay.
iTunes.
Never Lose, man. We might play that. We might play it. You know what I'm saying during the stream, man. You got copyright on it. If I play it on YouTube, it's gonna copyright it.
It's definitely registered. I'll give you all permission though. Like I can say right now, you know.
You got permission to use.
Y'all got permission.
Never Lose. Yeah. Man. Never Lose, man. Y'all heard it from him, not me. So you got any upcoming? You said they got the fixture. You got any upcoming music videos or just albums or?
Yeah. So
what's next?
So I have this upcoming cipher coming up. It's like a SoCal like cipher. It's called the Cipher Project. Shout out to the homie Finley Prophets. They run that, so they have like a whole group of like artists. There's probably like 20, 30 people, and then whoever wants to hop on this track, you know, we get it going.
How many?
Huh?
How many?
There's like 20 people and like or 30 people like in the chat sometimes, and then like
this is one song.
So yeah, it's like a cipher. So they'll put in the beat. Like whoever wants to hop on this, hop on it, and then everyone's like, okay, maybe there's only 4 slots. I bet. And then from there we record it, and then we record the music video. So that music video is coming out probably like in January.
Okay.
And then hopefully I have the Phoenix Flex, and once that drops, I would drop that in January or February.
Okay. Nothing dropping this month? Everything January next month?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting because everyone's dropping projects like right now.
Yeah.
And so I want some to start because I know Spotify is like changing their like the way they pay people too.
Really?
Like, yeah, in 2024.
Okay. So you want to get on that shit and just be all
I'm kind of like waiting. I want some like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to drop that shit 2023 and it still say 2023.
Yeah, because how am I going to push it and then people are like, oh, this came out like last year.
Yeah,
in their head they see
they see 2023. They're like,
really, it was last month.
Yeah, like last month. Yeah.
But they think it's outdated. They're like, oh, I want some new stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I got to push it out in the future and all that. So that's just me though. Other people are still dropping right now, but for me, I don't.
It looks better when you got that next year type shit.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. Got you. That's facts.
Oh, and Crip Mac too. When they free him, we gonna make a music video.
Okay.
Yeah. When they free the homie.
What was the song with you and Crip Mac?
It's called 55 Shots.
55 Shots. Okay.
I gotta look that up.
Hey, that man's about his business. I hit him. I'm like, hey, bro, like, he's like, you really want to rap and all this stuff? I was like, hey, like, get on this feature. And then he's like, I'll send you the verse. I'm like, bet. He's
so
like,
Crip Mac rap too.
Yeah, he do.
Is that what he do?
He does have low.
Because I just know him for being like not an influencer, but just just on the gram.
Yeah, he's just
shit,
a character.
You know,
take care of the community.
Right.
Yeah, he a rapper too. He got some songs that have like over like 100K. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure he do.
Yeah, he do.
I gotta tap in, man. I'm out
the
loop,
bro.
Man.
Y'all want a Crip Mac podcast? Let us know down below.
I'll bring the homie out whenever they free him.
You have are you into like anything other than music, like any fashion, films, like any just you know what I'm saying, shit outside of music that
money, finance.
You did mention finance, and you say you do teach it too.
Yeah, I do. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Innovative Investors. I use like AI to like, you know, it's like a person because I'm not really like good on camera sometimes. Yeah. So I have like an AI like CGI, and I have like I'm uploading the prompt and the script, and I wrote it all, and then I made the whole like slideshow, and so it's like a teaching thing.
Like courses? You sell courses or?
I'm working on a course, but I kind of stopped. It was with Udemy. Yeah. But I feel like I'm kind of like waiting.
Just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because I plan to like retire probably in like 2 or 3 years and like move abroad to like the Philippines, Bali, Indonesia, Mexico City. Yeah. So then I'll teach finance full time if the music stuff don't like pop off. I already won in my head, you know what I mean? So
Right.
I do it for fun and the love of the game. No like sneak diss, no beef, no none of that.
Because you enjoy doing it. No, that's facts, bro. What's making you moving to going abroad, bro? That's big.
Because you could live on like $1,000 or less.
That's true, bro. It's
not a lot of people know
cheap
that.
Out of country, bro.
Yeah. I feel like America, we have like this like consumer economy. Like everyone lives on like, you know, credit. Oh, I'm gonna leverage this. I'm gonna leverage that. Oh, I can, you know, if I take out this, you know, home equity line of credit. Oh, my credit cards are ran up, and then you get caught in this loop, and you're just trying to pay the minimum, and then all of a sudden you get caught, you know, and it keeps people like locked in. Even school debt, it starts right there.
School debt, yeah.
People come out 20 to 75 racks.
75 in debt. Yep. And that's why they gotta go get a job, and that's why they're stuck working 9 to 5, because like that's all they could do to go pay their debt.
Man, know what they was getting into.
Now it's like,
I did get a lot of connections though. From school.
Oh, for sure. That's facts. You get a lot of connections from school, but it's like I feel like that's honestly the best part, bro. Cause like, let me ask you this: you went to college, right? Mm-hmm. Did you graduate?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say
I dropped out twice.
Okay, that's not bad. I dropped out too, but two. College dropouts, man. I'm coming soon.
You could do a podcast on just that, low key.
Why did you drop out of college?
Well, something took higher priority, and all of a sudden I dropped it, and then I'm like, damn, I should have dated.
What's the process like for EZFlockin when he's making music, bro? Man, writing lyrics. What's the process like? You smoke? You got any things you do? You drink? Smoke?
I be drinking now in the studio, like,
okay.
Because I feel like when I get in the studio, I feel like I'm too tense sometimes.
Gotta loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta like loosen up. So for me, I'll go to the homies, like his studio or whatever. I'll put my stuff down. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to the store real quick. I'll walk or I'll drive. I'll probably get a beatbox and like a little shooter Hennessy, and then I'll just take the Hennessy and I'll probably like just chug half the beatbox, and I'll let it hit me for like an hour and a half, and then from there I'll go in the studio and I'll be able to like kind of like.
It's time to work.
Yeah. Because when you're too tense, like you're too quick, you overthink, and then it sounds like, you know, it doesn't sound like, you could kind of tell like
too critiquing, and like you're not just gonna be just free like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be.
It sounds like it sounds too like sporadic, I guess. It's kind of the best way to put it, like, you know, stagnant.
Okay. Do you ever does your cultural background influence like some music and lyrics you put out?
I would say yeah, for sure, because in some of my songs, like, because I have this song called Sliding with CNG, and then
I heard that one a few times. Sliding,
vlogging events, keeping that fan. I'm not worried about no friends. Yeah,
sliding. Okay.
So like, as a Hispanic rapper, it's kind of cool because you can add Spanish in the song, and that's low key like a secret power.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a question about that.
Yeah. So like, for example, like, am I allowed to like curse or not really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Montage yet.
Yeah. So in the song like Sliding, I'm like, oh, no. In the song Tell Me, I'm like cuidado, piso mojado. I need a new whore. And then so for example, like cuidado, piso mojado means like caution, wet floor. So I was like cuidado, piso mojado. I need a new whore. So basically like it rhymes in English and it rhymes in Spanish. I got 2 Glocks with 2 sticks. I pull up and score. So like that whole thing rhymes. In English, it'll rhyme 3 ways, but in Spanish, it only rhymes. Like, if people don't take into account the Spanish, it already rhymes twice. So, like, when people are hearing it, if you speak Spanish, you think, like, damn, like, that whole thing just flowed the whole thing. And not a lot of people think about that.
Because if you don't understand it, you just hear the Spanish, like, okay, I got you.
It's a secret power. Because you could rhyme. Because it's really hard to pull off. But if you can, like, make it rhyme in English and Spanish both ways, it's, like, I think it's, like, the greatest thing ever. Because there's like this one artist, I don't remember his name, but he makes his songs in 6 languages.
Damn.
It's low key a lot, but he be making stuff rhyme in like, you know, Spanish with his like Italian and all that.
Shit.
Yeah. So you made a song pure Spanish?
Nah, so it's like it has like probably like 20% or like 15%.
Would you be willing to do just pure like a whole like?
So,
are you fluent in it where you could have like a whole EP, like a whole 5, 10
if
tracks?
I wanted to, I could push out like an EP.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, for me, I just didn't have like a lot of like Mexican, Hispanic homies growing up. I feel like it'd be, I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't be like me. It's not like
right,
locked in me. But if I wanted to, I could pull it off. But I would low key need like some features in it, and also I do need like because it's very hard to find like those like Spanish like beats, even if it's like a like bachata type beat or like like a little Bad Bunny type thing.
It's like Bad Bunny.
It's kind of hard like
trying to find a good one.
And then even let alone flow to it. It's like, okay, am I just rapping about how like a beautiful woman looks in the club and how I'm finna pick her up and like dance the night away? Like I feel like you can't really make sliding music unless it's like super violent like cartel music. That's where like the whole like there's a couple like TJ artists I've come across, but they're like borderline like it's like violent like just straight up. They just straight up like it's bad. So so it's kind of hard to find like a golden mean of everything. But I would make like a a little Spanish song.
That's cool how you can do all the syllables and shit with Spanish and English.
Combine it. It's crazy.
That's a confusing thing to even ask the question. Like, how do you, like, is it Spanish? You're rhyming in Spanish, like the words in Spanish rhyme on their own Spanish language song. Like, it's hard to explain.
Bro. So for example, like
you know what I'm getting at, like.
No, I know what you're getting at. So for example, I'm like, cuidado, piso mojado. I need a new whore, 2 Glocks with 2 sticks. I pull up and score. So like, whore, score, but then it's cuidado, piso mojado means caution, wet floor. Right. So Spanish, so it literally, if you understand Spanish, like a lot of the Southern California, a lot of Mexicans, like you could just they understand the whole thing just glides through and they're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Even with CNG's part, like he has some stuff that like Spanish part. It's like, oh shit, like or sometimes I'll even just add in a couple like Spanish words. I'm like, I'm not tripping on no abuela, I'll have you home by 10, because like growing up, like Hispanics, like I'm not gonna hold you, like if your granny raised you, she gonna be mad if you're not in the home, if you're not like at the crib by like 10 or 11, like sometimes even like females be having curfews like at 8 p.m. like you know what I mean? That's real shit. So I'll kind of add in a couple words because sometimes like I have to cater to my audience. Like not everyone is like fluent in Spanish. Like
right.
Facts, man. Tours, man. Live performances. Anything the fans could expect?
Yeah. So hopefully, I'm supposed to do like a 3-day tour. So it's Las Vegas, Phoenix, and LA. So it's supposed to be those 3 cities back to back. I think it's the end of January or the mid-February. So hopefully, if the homies are on board, the homie Allergic, the homie Fig, and homie Mr. 101. I like to have an entourage of homies that just slide with me, like. Okay.
You just like perform. You got like any?
Yeah, we're gonna perform.
That's nice, bro.
Yeah.
Nice. I got a question.
What
it's not like a lasting question, but it's more so like what is not even EZFlockin stand for. But actually, I'll ask that question. I'll ask that question first. How you get your stage name? Did you get raised with it, or it just came on? How did it come about?
I feel like a little bit of both. I don't want to.
You don't gotta spill all the.
I don't gotta say everything.
Give me a little taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pause.
So basically, I have a homie. Rest in peace, my homie Nate. Rest in peace, my homie Nate. So we used to like do things, right? And like like we were like young, bro, like 12, 13, like we like get candy from like different stores and like we would sell it and we would just make hella bread. Like at young, like 13, we're just like, oh, who needs Kit Kats, who needs all this, and it was all profit, you know what I mean? So we were running up like 20 to 50 a day, and that's a lot when you like when you you know what I'm saying, when you 13, like 12 years old.
That was $10 a week.
Yeah,
that shit
a week though. I mean Doritos, Gatorade, like all that. So
I mean, $2 a day, I'm good.
Yeah, so me and the homie, man, every day, like, and then it's crazy because sometimes we even hit the same spot every single day for like a month, and no one would know shit. So we were just like slick with it. So we just did it easy. We just flocking in the easy way.
EZFlockin.
And then my homie passed away, and then that name kind of stuck to me because it's sentimental. Because I was like one of my OG homies. Like shout out to the homie Ace Made, and rest in peace to homie Nate. Shout out to homie Lee Bobby Bell. Like I was rapping in their studio. That was the first studio I ever actually been in. So it's sentimental to me. Like I do it for like the homies. I represent the dead homies all the time. Like you know what I mean. Put on for the homies. Keep up in the score. You know what I mean.
Got you.
That's me.
Does that go into? That kind of goes into my next question. Like, I guess not what do you stand for, but what do you want to give to your audience? Like, what is a message you want to kind of portray to them, even if you have that answer to the question right now, or you still feel like you're finding it?
So
That's a good question.
I think kind of a big influence, because Blue Bucks, I don't know if you heard of Blue Bucks, but
Shout
like
out Blue
they
Bucks,
kind of
man.
so they didn't really like start popping off crazy until kind of like recently, like.
I'd say in the last, like, I guess 2021, 22. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, they didn't start popping off till like low key, like recently, and I say recent, like it's like
That's recent.
yeah, it is. But the thing is,
Post-pandemic.
me and the Fiend Team homies, and even like when we were making music during like even like Shoreline Mafia and 03 Greedo era, so like, and it's kind of cool because Blue Bucks kind of gave me a new look on it, because they're rapping about fly stuff, because they not really claiming nothing, they not really
they're not
banging the set, they're not
yeah,
sneak dissing. So I'm like, okay, me and the homies are finna like rap about fly stuff, just getting money, up in the score, like people being jealous in the club, like all the homies is popping bottles, people are hating from outside, like, you know, just stuff like that. Like,
Got you.
so that's kind of like the message is be fly. You don't gotta really be affiliated, and just get your money up and just you know what I'm saying, just be him, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, must got fuck with that, bro. That's real shit.
And Turner, like,
Real
just do your thing, like, get money,
It's real shit.
be fly.
If you got a message, bro, let me ask you this, bro. If you look, damn, how can I put it? I'm gonna put it like this, make sure it's simple. For the people that's out there, the youth, or just people that's older youth, just people that's trying to do music, and you know what I'm saying, they just need some advice. What would you tell them, bro? Like, what would you tell them, bro? They're struggling, you know what I'm saying? They don't know if they want to do it or not, but they want to do it. They just haven't done it yet, because, you know, they're thinking, oh, what if no one likes my music? What if, you know what I'm saying? What if I'm just ass? Or, you know what I'm saying?
My biggest advice, and it's crazy, because it's going to sound kind of like basic, but when it comes to like making music, I feel like this philosophy stems from being a business owner myself and an entrepreneur, is that the motion stops when you stop pushing. Like let's say this is me right here, and this is my philosophy. If I keep pushing, like, my music's gonna keep going somewhere. Whether it's down, I can adjust and I can tweak it. But if I stop, then it's not moving at all. So the second you stop putting music out, like, that's it. No one's really gonna care at the end of the day. I mean, when you first starting, like, if you fell off, okay, like, he made music, okay, cool, a couple songs. But if you keep staying in it, for example, like the homie Yike Mike, good example, he stays in the game, like, because people were hating on him from when we were young, bro. Like, people were calling him all kinds of stuff, but the thing is, the homie kept doing his thing. All of a sudden, he drops songs with Blueface, his shit takes off. He's producing for everybody now. He's always at performances, and it's like, never give up. Like, for example, how I gave up music because of like some stuff that happened, and then I get back into it, and now I'm like, damn, I don't want to stop. Like, I feel like you have to like let it, like, even when I'm going to bed, if there's no emotion in my music, or like making money, or like just personal development, I feel like it eats at me at night in my sleep. Like, probably for like y'all podcast, like, as business owners, you're like, damn, like, when am I going to get back in the podcast? When am I going to upload more? Like, it's just a matter of like seeing the path in your head and kind of just taking the steps slowly. But if you get pushed off the path, it's up to you to get back on. As soon as you stop,
you got to work harder too, like, get yourself back to where you could have been, type shit.
Without the break.
So don't stop.
Keep that motion going.
And even if you got to work like another side job to finance your venture, do it. Don't quit and do something full time until you have an income, because as soon as like you say, oh, I'm gonna quit all my jobs and just focus on this full time, okay, well, you don't want to like bet your chips on, oh, I hope I get motion, because all of a sudden when you fall off and you don't have no money coming in, now you got to take out lines of credit, you got to open up credit cards, now you got to go back and find 2 jobs, and now you get pulled off the track,
sleeping in your car type shit.
And I've been doing that. I was sleeping in the whip.
Honestly,
I was putting work 18 hours a day.
It is expensive out here, so it's not even like foreign to hear people sleeping in their cars low key, you know what I mean?
Well, because I would work like 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. I would just nap and wake up, go to work, nap, wake up, go to work. Like,
damn. Yeah. That's a crazy schedule. Jack's probably fat though.
Oh yeah, I was getting paid cash. It was like, I was at a dispensary, so.
Oh yeah. Damn, that's still
18 hours
crazy though, bro.
A day, 7 days a week.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I guess that helped shape you, you know, what you into today. So, damn. That's crazy.
Like I said, if they wanted to, they would. It's the will, it's the drive. You gotta. It's either you have it or you don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because there's so many like.
But if you don't, though.
If you don't, then.
But you trying to.
Yeah. type shit. Like, you know.
You big on freestyling?
A little bit.
Freestyle on the GV podcast, man.
Ooh.
You want me to get a beat for you?
We can find the beat.
Damn.
No,
I mean,
I'll
him on the spot is
On the
crazy.
spot.
Man.
If you don't want to, bro, it's all cool,
I'm
bro. I was
thinking
trying to
about
see.
bang on the table.
Nah, it's just gonna mess with the mic. You can't bang on the
Yeah,
table.
that's what I'm like. And like an acapella is kind of like.
No, we can find a beat on YouTube, play it right here, you know what I'm saying? Get to it. Or if you don't want to, bro, it's all cool, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get
Or
it
you
in one
can
way or
recite,
another.
you know,
Recite,
cool,
you know what I'm saying?
Cool little four bar
Four
Friday
bar?
type shit.
Give us a little 4 bars, so, you know what I'm saying? 6. Really feeling it.
Okay. Let me.
Said, let me get my element real quick.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not put you on the spot, bro, but I just feel like the fans. If you know what? If we gonna make it a rule on the GV podcast, if you do music, you're gonna have to freestyle.
All right, check me out.
on
Ready
this
for this?
motherfucker.
Look.
Hey, he said it.
All right, look. So I'm working on this one little thing, but this is like a. All right, baby. Look, I be fucking bitches checking chicken getting paid. I be hitting bitches like I'm hitting parlays. I got hood homies, they flocking with hoop dreams. Darth Vader, we fighting with red beams. Now we in the club sipping bottles of Ace, and I could never lose because I've been first place. Some son. That's like a sneak peek to a song that coming out.
Okay, we're not supposed to judge January.
February.
Oh damn.
Because I have this beat the homie made, and I'm like, man, this is like some. I wanted it to be a song with like the vibe is like with R3, the Chili Man, and like Stone the Fifth. Like I don't know if y'all know, or maybe X4. Like because I the beats fire. I'm gonna reach out to them and like I'm talking about the bars are fire. It's like slide and come up type music. Like, you know what
Should I be worried if my girl knows about all these artists and I don't?
I mean,
Hey,
where's she from? Like,
she's from OC or Inland Empire. Y'all big in the IE or what?
IE.
IE.
Yeah, I was born in Pomona.
Okay.
But I moved around like a lot. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I stayed from like Rialto, Montana, all over, all the way, and then I was in Whittier and Boyle Heights for a little bit.
Okay.
I was working, grinding hard, like stayed all over.
That's all you could do. Okay.
All right.
But you got anything? You want to ask Mr. EZFlockin?
Honestly, my questions have been because I ain't got everything, but
Yeah,
I got more inspired in terms because I'm still on my little come up. My dad was in the game for a minute, so you know I kind of want to. Right now, I'm just trying to get to the bread as much as I can, wherever I can, to fund that shit.
Yeah.
So eventually my head will get in the game. I got, stuff on like podcasts. Like I like to do that. I'm eventually going to go into skits and stuff like that too. Cause I like the entertainment field. I like, comedy, all that shit. But music wise, I do like a certain genre of somewhere where it is East Coast and, stuff like that nobody listens to out here. Cause I'm kind of the same way. I don't bang or nothing like that. Never really needed to. I have both parents in the home, so I'm pretty cool. But I do like a good sounding like album or whatever. I do want to potentially write, but I'm not there yet. Type shit. So it's good.
So you want to write one day?
Of course.
Oh, word.
I've already started a little bit, but I do beats first because I want to do my own beats, and make my own stuff. Type shit. And then if I need an engineer, cool to help mix me. But I want to do all the raw work myself. Yeah. But I still, I don't want to write yet because I don't want to mess up. And, I just feel like I haven't taken the time. So just hearing insight on you, an actual artist, that's had their time where they weren't doing it. And now they start doing it. So
what do you want to be known for? Is it beats or music? Or is it both? Is
really,
it everything? Or do you want to be the character? Like, hey, you're just that one that does everything.
I'm just going to I'm really just I move with God. I like, I go with the flow. I do believe in, you got to take charge. We're not going to get any younger. Motion like you're talking about, you got to get to it eventually. But right now I'm kind of, I guess, comfortable in the direction. I know I got a good head, so I know it's gonna put me somewhere, if I keep moving every day type shit. So
the mindset is pretty much a lot of it.
But like, the music though, if I were if I had the skills to just put that down on paper, I'd be for sure an artist. Yeah. Word. So potentially in the works, bro. Potentially in the works. Like that's the goal. Me and Flockin have a song type shit.
EZFlockin.
Hey, so I got real quick.
JaelandGB. What's going on?
Real quick advice: if you a producer or if you make beats, My best advice, if you're a producer and make beats, make sure once you make a beat and you sell it to an artist, like, make sure you got the paperwork. Make sure you get papered up. Make sure, like, hey, look, I'm entitled to, 20%, or you can only do this amount of streams, and then you got to buy, like, this amount. Make sure you get papered up. Like, and that's to protect you, because a lot of people, they'll sell a feature or they'll sell a beat. Nothing's defined. All of a sudden, when the song takes off, now they're arguing, they're taking it to court, and all this weird stuff. Make sure, hey, look, everything's defined up front. I get 15%. I made the beat forever. That's that.
Right, because I know a couple of people that'd be like, "Oh, just give me $50, you got it," and I'm like,
"Yeah."
But that could have got them their shit.
If that's really your homie and y'all got it like that, then yeah. But because I've done a lot of business, I've been talking a lot with DJ Flip. Shout out DJ Flip, make the money flip.
Shout out,
like me and the homie are doing like we doing good business, and the homie's really on point with his paperwork. And I'm thinking like, man, like I feel like everyone should be like this, because I reach out to some producers and they don't know what they got going on. They're all over the place. Like, they're making beats and they're just throwing beats here, throwing beats there. All of a sudden, 3 people make a song to the same beat, and all of a sudden, like, it's getting copyrighted by all these people, and, oh, that's my beat, and they're beefing. They go back to him. He's like, I didn't have nobody papered up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He was just freelancing, just going with the wind type shit. Got you.
So when you're making the beat, have the intent, what you want to do with it, get papered up. For me, I form my own LLC, so you can put that under your LLC. That's intellectual property. Like, own your stuff, own your masters, own everything. That's real business right there.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Not too many people know that. You know what I mean? I just thinking about it now, like, I do make some, but I haven't released anything. I just might put a snippet on IG or something like that if I did. But yeah, the paperwork is crazy. And
that's real. That's it. That's really it.
That's a whole another ball game right there.
It is.
Another ball game.
That's the difference between you getting a Honda Accord and you getting a Ferrari if a song go viral. I'll tell you that.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect representation.
Facts.
Perfect representation.
Facts. Hey, man. That's cool, though, bro. You got EZFlockin here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out for you coming through. You know?
Of course. It's only right. You know what I mean?
Sir, yes, sir.
You got any message you want to leave for the fans, man?
Man. I appreciate y'all, whoever been supporting my music after all these years. And, I took a break for like 2.5, 3 years, but I'm back to up the score.
Respect.
Rest in peace, my dead homies, for the real. Like,
yes, sir.
And I got dummy music videos coming up, hella projects. Like,
there you go.
They might not see me, but they gonna hear about me.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you,
niggas behind you, that's for sure, bro. All right.
Hey, all music, all his music, all social handles will be in the description for EZFlockin, as well as the rest of the members of this podcast. As far as that, bro,
it's a GB thing, man.
It's a GB thing, man. Y'all boys stay tuned for the next one. Let us know in the comments who y'all want to see next, man. I'm gonna give y'all a 2-for-1 on one these days, so y'all probably gonna see this on Friday, and I'm probably gonna drop another one next Friday. But like always, man, y'all stay blessed, stay tuned, man, and make sure y'all hit that follow and subscribe button. If y'all listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and honestly any other podcast service, my shit is on, bro. Just make sure y'all follow that on that subscriber or that platform, and just keep rocking with us, bro. We got a lot of content on the way, bro, so y'all just keep rocking with us. And hella questions, hella guests, and y'all might not know, y'all might get a 2-for-1. Y'all might get the 101 and EZFlockin on the same one. That might be crazy.
Yeah, that's for sure. Go.
But yeah, man, y'all just stay tuned, bro. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm rocking with y'all, and yeah, we out, man.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we could have probably